guys. Hold on, I'm trying. My husband's music's up really loud, so I have to tell him to turn that down. So this is my new setup. That's my new background. It's my pegboard in my office. I have got to pop my chat out here. Kim is not with us today. Unfortunately, her husband and her were having her husband was having an issue, so they had to take care of it. And so I am solo today. I may not get to find my chat. So, oh, great. So you got me today crafting alone. I'm actually going to be doing jewelry today. I'm going to move this down. Let's see. There we go. And I'm actually going to, in a second, move it down. Let me see. What would you like to look at? How about my beads? There's my bead jar. Is that upside down? I think it is. So, I keep a bead jar. Well, I keep millions of bead jars now. But they are, they have my leftover beads and that kind of thing in them from projects, or if I have stuff that falls on the floor, which happens greatly, especially because beads' natural habitat, is the floor. So I will have tons of them fall on the floor. Okay. And so instead of sweeping them and putting them back into their natural spots, especially when I owned my store, I would just put them in a bead jar and sell them. Let's see. Is it go this way? There, that's right. Side up. I just started a bead jar, and then people could pick out of the bead jar. They could get a scoop for like $2. And then it would just have whatever in it. I can still hear that thumping. I hope you can't. And then when I came home, when I closed my bead store, I still had some of those beads. But now, whenever I have, I vacuum the floor here, I use a piece of nylon stocking over the vacuum, and the beads catch in that. And then I just I will just put them into the bead thing, because the bead jars, because then I don't have to worry about sorting and such, because that could take years, especially with what I lose on the floor some days. Some days are good, and some days just don't turn out well when you're beading. Things end up on the ground. So once again, Kim had an emergency with her husband, and so she will not be here this morning. Everything hopefully is turning out fine. So if you pray or whatever you do when you send your well wishes up, if you could do that for Kim and her husband, that would be great today. I'd appreciate it, and so would they. Let's see. Okay. That's the problem with this desk and working on it, is that I work to the right. My computer's to the right. We may have to change that. We may change it to the left. For the selling, it works, but not for the working. So today what I need to do, dude, you surprised me. I didn't know you were in there. I have a pendant that I've started. I'll show you. Let's see here, boys. I'm going to move you. The gray thing is the stand. Where do I want to put my beads? I'm still getting used to the new setup in here. And I don't have it quite ready yet. I did do an auction on Friday night in here, and that worked pretty well for the auction. And I do have my cup with all my goodies in it off. I may have to just call my husband. How ridiculous. Hey. Oh, there, it's ringing. Hey.
What?
Your speaker or whatever is thumping is too loud when I'm down here recording.
Oh, I turned it down. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's still thumping loud.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
We'll have to just get used to it.
Well, whatever.
Thanks. Well, whatever. That means he's annoyed. He must have been playing a game. Or he's doing something. He's working at it. But he was listening. I interrupted his mojo, guys. Oops. Let's see. So I'm going to put this. Oh, there. There. Now we're all white. Okay, that looks good. Oops. Okay. No, that's looking good. Looking good. I am going to get another lamp in here eventually. So here is the piece I'm working on. Let's see. Now my controls are backwards. So what I was used to doing. So here's the piece I've been working on. That is a pink sapphire. See how it has some orange in there? Sorry, I'm popping my Diet Coke can. That is what makes it a sapphire and not a ruby. Here's my poker. You can see right here. Let's see. There's some orange, and you can see some blues over here. This is backwards to me. Okay, let's see if I do it this way. Oranges, blues over here. That's kind of how we know to identify it as not a light ruby, but as a sapphire, because they're all in the corundum family. So if you do a refractometer, as some people like to do, or if you run tests on it, it'll show up as corundum. Corundum is just the family name of it. And then you have to classify it after that. So what happened here was I started out with just the gem. I measured it around with the bezel. Then I soldered the bezel. Then I put and made sure it fit. Then I put the bezel, soldered the bezel to the back of this. After I polished it all, then I put the rings on. And now today, I've been lamenting on how I was going to do this. Whether I was going to add beads or chain or what. And I didn't know for sure. I was kind of thinking, I don't keep a lot of my own stuff, but I was thinking I was going to keep this one. And if I was going to do that, I was going to put a few beads that I had that matched it. And then some chain. But I think I'm going to sell it. And I think I'm going to put chain on it. So that's one of the things we're going to do today. That's one of my projects. I'm sorry, guys. I have to get used to the new layout. I don't know. Maybe Maybe if it's here. Oh, that might be better for me. There. So there's that. That's one thing we're going to work on today. Another thing I'm working on currently is, and this is for me, this is a test piece, is I made, okay, oh yeah, that's going to show up good. So this piece is what we're, and then this is a copper leaf I made, and it has a space right here for a bezel cup that I put on there for a stone. And then this will be a necklace is what I'm going to turn it into. And I've got copper leather. So it's leather that's been dyed a metallic copper. And I haven't figured out the stone I had for that. I had lost, which this is so typical of me. I have a plan and I get it all going and I set it all up and I get the the thing made. I run it through my machines and get it all hardened or whatever. And then I don't know where I put the stone that fits the bezel that it's going in. It's so annoying to me that I do this. So that happened and I cannot find a new stone for that one. And it is totally annoying me that I have lost that stone. Like totally miffed me. So I have got to go through my stones today, find one that fits it, and then that will tell me what stones I will add to my leather and how I'll finish my leather off. Which, I mean, that's a good thing, right? At least then I can finish it. And then the other thing, oops, I'm about to roll over that, aren't I? Hey, buddy. You sit behind me like that. Oh, I got a stool for this sitting area. So that's a nice thing I can turn around to do that. So the other thing I wanted to do was make a bracelet, and I'm having, oh sorry, a pop-up came on my phone. I had to check it out. I was having trouble deciding how to make my next bracelet. I do have, I've been having kind of a creative block lately. And so I've been painting. And so the painting has been helping, like, that part of the creative block. Oh, and there are those. But it's not helping me come up with new ideas. So I know there are lots of things that people say about creative blocks. In the end, you have to just work through them. And if, like, I make my money off my off being creative and selling my items, so I have to just keep doing that. Hey Kim, still at the, oh hello. Here's the earrings that I put together. Hopefully everything's going to turn out perfect for you guys. I'm praying for you. So the last thing I have to do is cut this wire off, and then we'll put them on some ear wires. These are a pair of earrings I made a long time ago. And I didn't have white beads that I liked then. So I've got to cut this wire off. I don't know how best to show you. Ooh, there. So you keep your scraps. One, this scrap's long enough that I can make a jump ring out of, but two, I can melt it down and use it. And silver is money. So you don't ever want to just, sterling silver is money. So you don't ever just want to lose those. And I have a little pot I put that in. So now, oh yeah, it will be. These were just the green part. And I never had a white bead that I really liked. And then when I got these white beads, I was like, aha, I am finally finished these earrings. So I want to make my hole. I want to make my, there, perfect. There. And then I'll get my, that one's done. Oops. That one's done. So now we'll need to do this one. So oftentimes what I do is I get a bunch of earrings ready like this. And they'll just need to be cut and then put on ear wires. So I'll leave it all so I can do it kind of factory style. These are flush cutters. So if I cut the wire this way on this side, it will be flush. So I don't have to sand or anything. So I know that it will fit against that wire perfectly. So we'll save that in my little pot. Of course, all I have are round nose pliers right now sitting here with me, but that's fine. You can use them to flatten them out. So there's those flattened. There we go. It's not quite, there we go. So I have these ready to put on the earring wires, which is nice. I have 2 or 3 more pair that I'm getting ready. I have, oh, those got caught. Okay, there we go. I have these little leaves that I found, and I made them. These aren't simple loops. These are, these loops are closed, so I'll have to put something on it, but I'll go ahead and take the wire off, flush cut it like that, keep my wire. There we go. And that wire's kind of poking out, so I don't see any. It's easier if you have a flat nose, but there we go. And then perfection. Let me see. That needs to be there. And so these are ready to be put on something. So I have another container that I put components in that are already made up. And so then I have them ready too. So I can, there. It's not, I wonder why it's not focusing. Focus. Oh, there. So then I have a container, and I have 2 of those leaves. I just have to find the other one. But I'll have them all ready to go. And oh, that doesn't have a hole in it. And then I can fiddle through my components. And I could show you kind of what that looks like. Is this the component one? No, this is. This component one is more for my soldering stuff. But so this is what a silver component piece looks like for me. Let me move them. So I keep them in these acrylics, but I kind of have it separated in here. These are all my circle pieces that I have that don't have holes in them. So I keep them. You can tell that I moved this lately. So I keep them all in the same little thing. They don't move well if you're moving around a lot. These acrylic ones are not good for that. But usually these are sitting on a shelf for me. I just have moved all my studio around though. So that's why it looks like this right now. A mess. I apologize. But then like I have my pieces of metal that I've like, these are long square pieces or rectangle pieces. I've textured these. So I have those. These are all my 925 tags. So they say 925 on one side. And then on the back, I will stamp. Sometimes I put both my KH and my K's backwards. And then my fleur-de-lis, or sometimes I just put my fleur-de-lis. And I put those on my necklaces and bracelets. Some depending on the size of the bracelet, because these are really big tags. But I have those. And then like that's a flower that I made. And then in the middle, I have longer components that are big. Like I cut that one out. Or like this was a friend gave me a set of bows in high school. And this one was one of the earrings and it broke. And I've never fixed it. So I may put that onto a necklace or something and make that a component. Oh, there's another one of those. Let's see. This is not sterling, but I do keep it in here because I make, I use this as a pattern. This is for, to turn a brooch into a pendant. And so I make those. This is a piece I made. So this started out as a flat piece of metal, and then I put the textures in it. Oops, sorry, I flipped it off my hand. I put the textures in it, and then I put it in a form. This one is in a piece of wood that I have cut out like a oval, and then I hammer it into it. It's called dapping, and then it makes that form. So I have that in there. This is from a single earring that I found, and I'll use that I'll make that into a necklace component or something. These are just different circles that I have. I have all my hearts in one bag. So that's how I keep them separated. So I know these are all, oops. Oh no, these are all my squares. These are some that I've made. So they're just patterned. They have the double hole in them. This one has I had started a whole set of these and I didn't use this last one, and it has a peridot on it. I think this is its mate right here, if I can get it out. I don't have fingernails right now, so this is the other problem with these. They're hard to get out if you don't have fingernails. So I had made a whole series of bracelets. I don't think I have one of them. And earrings. And these are some of the components I had left over. So I'll use them. I may finish up a pair of earrings or something, or I may make them into something totally different. Who knows? It looks like there's another sterling tag in there. So I have friends that buy these sterling tags when they see them on sale for me and send them to me. So I have all different size tags. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. If they're blank on one side, I can put my initials on them. I have one friend that's really good about that. She takes part jewelry. And so whenever she takes apart sterling jewelry, she'll send me those blank ones too. It's really cute. And then I have letters. This one has religious stuff in it. It has angels and crosses. These are beads that I use for different ways. So I have component things like this. I have bead ones. I have This one is like I said, this is what I use when I make things like this. This one doesn't have any, but I could have put anything on that one. I just left it. That one happened to just be left single, but so that's how I do that. And I love these acrylic boxes. They're my favorite boxes, even though they don't transport well. I hate to show you, this one got all messed up. This is some of my pendants. It looks like a mess. I apologize. How embarrassing. Let me move this one so it doesn't get messed up again. Guess that's what happens when you move your studios around. So this is, and I have to use, not everyone has to use ones with lids. I have to use ones with lids because I have dogs that shed. And I don't like blowing dog hair off. This may be not as bad as I thought. What's that? So this has all my pearl components are in here that are these I call my sterling pendants. That's because they're basically bigger sizes. So like anything I've salvaged or people have sent me or I've found or whatever. This one right here, my daughter gave me. This is a Lagos. Shush, Remy. Sounds like somebody's getting a package. I don't know if I can show it, but it's a Lagos. This is like a $300 star because of that name. I don't wear it, but I'll probably make a necklace for myself out of it because no one will buy that. I won't be able to sell it that way. Here's a pendant that I'm working on. So this is a 5 pence coin there. I think you can see it there. And I put it into a brass component. And I did it this way so you can see the back. It's from Ireland. And I'll eventually make this into a full-blown, a complete necklace set. And it doesn't look solid, but I mean, it's in there. I test all those. Here's another coin one I've started. This one is, let's see, a 2 shilling. And I put that on top. And so I'll make something out of that too. And then here's one of my buffalo nickels. And this one's the Indian head side. And then the other side has a buffalo, but you have to have it that way. So I could put another hole and run them, make it a double, or I can just do it that way. So I have those in there. I have my sterling lockets that I'm not keeping. And here, these are all corals of some type that I've kept or whatever. And then I have all these bone pieces, pendants that I've got. And I'm painting some of them. And some of them I'm not. I got tons of them. I love them. This one has a dragonfly on it. This one has just a mandala on it. Here's another. Is this a dragonfly too? They're all different. I just bought a ton of them. This one's one I made with a piece of bone. What is it? I can't. Oh, it's the eagles. It's 3 eagles. And then I put the wings flying away on top. And that's one of the ones I made. And then this one is just an eagle with his wings. Flying away. He just doesn't fit in there. Then I have all my crosses. Here's one I got the other day at an estate sale. It still had its tag. It's a Swarovski. So I'll use that on something. Isn't that pretty? Look how pretty those shine. It has other ones in there. And then, oops. One of my little charms. This is a piece I'm working on for myself, probably. It's a sterling cross, but I think those are glass. And then I put a religious charm on there. I collect religious charms, so that's a Hamsa hand. This is a bear, a Zuni bear, a huge one. This isn't sterling, but I put it in here anyway because of the stones. It's stainless steel. I bought a huge lot of stainless steel jewelry, so I have that. That black square is an anti-tarnish. This is one of my favorite pieces that I bought years ago. It's a biwa pearl that's been formed. Stop, you two. Been formed. So I have that. This is, well, when I think this came in a lot. It's acrylic, but all the components are sterling, so I kept that. It's just a tassel that I made from, this is a tassel from Hobby Lobby, and I put a sterling, they're so inexpensively made. I super glued it so it wouldn't fall apart, or I actually put on, it's called GS Hypo, and it's unlike super glue, it stays a little malleable. And then I put a sterling silver finding on it. So I used to wear it all the time, but I might make it into something now. And then this, I can't remember if this is sterling or stainless. I'll have to look. But that's Mojave turquoise too, like that other one. Then I have all my puffed hearts and stuff. I collect puff hearts. I have a bunch of them. Here's my buffalo head that I have. Then I'll make into something. I doubt anybody will buy that, but I will make that into something. Here is, this is why I got this one out today. This, I found both of them, and these will be earrings with turquoise chips on them. So I'll finish those. And then this started my collection in here of, I have a necklace started of little animals and bugs. So this one is a ladybug with the amber, and I got a cute little rabbit, and I have some ladybugs, and then I have a butterfly bead I made. So I'll have all of that. Here's a horse charm I found along the way. So all those, and then I have my little charms that are actually like charms. If you ever need a parachuter or a paraglider or whatever you want to call them, I have one. If you need an I Love Softball, I have one. If you need a soccer ball, I have one. I have a cheerleader thing. And then these are just some more odds and ends that I have. So I keep all those together like that so I don't lose them. Oops, hold on. You have to have them in very specifically or it doesn't close. Zuni Bear, you're causing problems. Okay. So I have a couple of boxes of these too. And then I just set them on my bookcase in one of my bookcases, and I label them all sterling pendants, and I have them labeled 2 directions depending on which cabinet they're in, so I know. And I have brass components, copper components, so I have many different boxes like this of that, and they're very helpful. It helps keep me organized like that. Otherwise, guys, I'm a disaster anyway, but that way is even worse without those. So back to, I still have to find that. Got to get a chain for that. Then I have this pendant that I made, and it has a peridot in there, and I have it on a black I think it's a satin chain with sterling findings, which is fine. Makes it more inexpensive for people. But I don't, I just put it on that stuff till I have a finished thing I like to put it on. And I actually think I'm going to, could you get off that? I found some when I was going through my beads. I haven't even gone through all my beads, which is sad. But I'm getting it so that my wall next to me, which is also a pegboard that I put up the other day, will have, I don't know if I can string these on this way. Maybe I'll have to do it this way. Will have my beads hanging on them for sales, because I do a sale every week on Tuesdays. Let's see, can I get it on this way? So when you open jump rings, always open them side to side. Don't pull them apart. That weakens the structure if you pull them apart. Plus, it also, you won't get them back perfectly round if you do it that way. You shouldn't do it this way either, but I'm cheating today. So, because I found these a couple nights ago, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, well, I don't know if I like that or not. Maybe just a few of those. I just wanted them. So whenever I make something, I tend, because I like beads too, I like to repeat the whatever stone I've used. I like to repeat it in the necklace. I'm not sure if I'll use a whole strand of these. I'm not sure. I can't decide if I like that or not, or if I will. I don't have my sterling sitting right next to me. That will be something I'll have to put over here as my sterling chain too. I should have a notepad. I do right here. I need to, for my wall. Oh, this is one of those weird pads. Those accordion ones. When my granddaughter was little, she'd love to take these and pull them apart. Little, I mean like, 2 and 3. Excuse me, I sneezed. I apologize. Allergies. Probably from the dust of all my crap. Oh, I don't want to use this marker here. I'm going to use one of my lovely pens. These are $5 each, guys. They unscrew so they don't come apart on you. So let's see. For the wall, we'll call it the wall, and that will be to my left. The wall. I'll need to put my sterling chain on there. Okay. Chain. And not just my beads. I got in a bunch of beading wire, stringing wire, you guys, that you use crimps with. So if you're interested in that, I got really good prices on that. I cannot remember how many yards are in this, or feet. And I cannot read their shorthand. I'll have to look it up, but it's great stuff. I started stringing on one of the loops. I always test when I buy stuff that's off-brand. I always test it first. So I'll need my sterling silver chain hung up there so that we can do stuff like that. I've got my leathers. I showed you some of them. This is the one I'm using right now. It's the metallic copper. And also, like, I buy huge rolls of it. This is not huge, but this is 25 meters, and I'll sell it to you a meter at a time, or a yard at a time if you want, because I can do that economically for you guys. And most of you don't need meters and meters of it. And so I'll be doing that. I'll have that for you. And then I have other colors that I've gotten in. And I'm so excited because now I can hang them all up on my wall. I guess it'll become the wall of shame. No, it'll become my store wall. So I do have some cording This is thick. This looks like 3mm maybe. I'll have to write it down. Chinese knotting cord and green. It does not have a hole, so I have to put a hole in that. And then I got a bunch of these. I think I showed these all to you in my I got these while I was at Tucson, and they had the barrel where you just picked a bunch for like $5 or $10. So I got all different kinds. I tried to get a couple of each, and then I can just sell you the whole things. Oh, I'm going to need more hooks too. But I have those, luckily. So I can hang my cordings up on there. That'll be nice. And my leathers. So I'll be able to do that for you guys. Here's another thing so this is how I design my pieces. I take my stone, and then it said Bumblebee Jasper, so this must be a Bumblebee Jasper that fell off. It has double-sided tape. It's over there. And then I put the other, that's a labradorite. And then this is the shape that the sterling or whatever backing material I use will be. And it'll have 2 balls on it. And they'll be up here. It'll be a solder. And then it'll have a fold over. I'll cut the thing that way and fold it over so it'll be a tube. And so that's how I'll make this pendant. And then I file these in a thing standing up like that. So when these do fall off, I can find them. I did learn my lesson on that. Oh, I thought something popped up on there. So yeah, I do have those. I got another stone from Mr. Jim to take pictures of my stuff on, because like copper, oh yeah, see, the copper's gonna pop on that. The copper pieces will pop on that. So, oh, that doesn't look so bad with the green. Maybe I'll do it that way. I don't know. But yeah, so I have that. I'll be able to do that. I brought in a bag of new stuff that I got too. I don't know what I'll do with it. Those are hooks you're not interested in. I got new kinds of hooks. They're just little tiny ones. What did I do with that? Ouch. That bag of new stuff. Oh, there it is. It's just a tiny order. I think I was trying out this company. Oh, that's why they had a bunch of closeouts. So I thought I'd try them out. They had some check beads. So I'll be able to sell these. These are like peanut, well, they're like pill shapes. And they're in the middle. I thought that was a cool, my hair just got on there, sorry. So these are clear reds. So, and they were closed out. These were regularly $8 a strand. Right? Oh, regularly $9 a strand. Sorry, I can't read my own writing. $9 a strand. And so what I'll probably do is I'll break them up into sections. Like 4 or 5 sections and sell them that way to you guys, unless somebody wants the whole strand, and I'll figure that out. But yeah, they're cool. And these are all check beads that are probably, since they were bought on closeout, these are probably, I know they're all retired ones. They're not new anymore. I got some sterling silver. Oh, look, I found my solder. I can solder again. These are new check beads. These are expensive ones too. Look at these guys. Aren't those cool? They use hologram laser etching on them, and they're etched on both sides. I thought these would be fun for summer. Blues and golds. So I may do an earring kit with these. I don't know. What do you guys think? They're kind of expensive. Each bead is, how many beads are there? 2, 4, 6, 8. Ooh, yeah, those are $1.50 a bead. That's why I thought I would do a kit out of them. Whew. The reason they're so expensive is with check beads, everything you do to them adds a price. So these, the first thing they did to them was make them red. Then they pressed them to the round coin shape. Then they had to put the metallic on both sides. So what we're at red bead, which is the standard. Then they pressed them to the shape. Then they add metallic to both sides. Then they etched both sides. So that's 6 steps they did to it. So that's how check beads go up in price so quickly. So quickly. None of these have holes in their bags. Those aren't anything special. Those aren't. These are like those other ones. These were a closeout though. These they've had a long time. So these are pressed glass. So they've pressed them into a mold. And then they put the coating on afterwards. So these are the predecessors to the ones we just saw before. And they're not making these anymore, as far as I understand. They've quit making them and they're just selling them off. But for the same price, I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Oops, hold on. So these are 75 cents a bead instead of $1.50 a bead. So that's not bad. Not bad. Well, since I figured that out, I should write that down on the baggies, shouldn't I? That's not bad a bead, especially for check beads. I mean, I have check beads that are like pennies on the dollar, but the fancy ones. So these were $1.50 a bead, $1.50 per bead. And these were, what I say, 75 cents per bead. That's not bad. I don't mind. I would pay that. I'm not into glass beads like I am stone beads, but I would pay that for them. I do like, and red, I'm a red girl, so. And then I got some Hubei, which Hubei is Chinese turquoise. I got some really cool, smooth, 2 to 3 millimeter round Hubei turquoise. It's more of the green, earthy turquoise. Let's see. Can I get a bright? Can I brighten it for you? There we go. Now, there. Let's see if I can focus it. Focus. There we go. They're gorgeous, guys. It's $20 for the strand. Not bad. Turquoise is expensive, unfortunately, but the strand is it a full? It's a 15-inch strand, so you're getting a full 15-inch strand if you buy that. Most gemstone beads are 15-inch strands. Sometimes they go up to 16, and sometimes they go down to 12. You know, it just depends on what item it is and how they're stringing it, if they're having to knot it and stuff. That one's labeled already for you, so I don't have to label that one. That's cool. That one's cool. Oops, I dropped it. Okay, so there's the empty bag. And I have 2 of those Hubei strands. That's cool. So that was a new seller I was testing out. I probably won't buy more from them, like bulk buys from them. They weren't great, but I did like the few closeout beads I got. Here are some turquoise beads I got. I have a friend that wants a necklace out of Hishi beads. They're very expensive, so I've been collecting them, and I'm making a graduated strand for her. So, and I have a random crystal strand. And I'm hoping that I don't want to use these. I'm hoping that I find a turquoise piece to go in here so that I can put one of these on each side. And that would be the only bead I put on the whole necklace. Wouldn't that be cool, guys? I have a flat set of these too. And that's the set I want to use, but one on each side. That's what I want to do with that. That's what I'm looking to do with that one. So hopefully that's what'll work out. If not, if you're interested in these are awesome. Magnesite. They were sold to me as turquoise. And to be honest, no, they're not. They're not dyed though. Like I can see inside, they're not dyed, but I think they're magnesite, and I do think they're dyed, even though it doesn't look like it from the hole. They're $5 for the 2 of them. I mean, I think they're gorgeous beads. Look at that. The reason I don't think they're turquoise is the shine of them. Turquoise doesn't necessarily take a real high shine like this. It takes more of a matte shine. And that one just has such a high shine. So I told you guys I would find it. So for this, let's see. See how I work? I'm just a mess. These are garnets. But they do match. We'll move all of you other colors out of the way. They match the pink really well because these are high quality. These are gem quality garnets. These are expensive strand. And I was thinking of doing that. And now that I look at it, it may have to be maybe some of that. And some sterling beads. I had pulled out. Where are you? Oh, these are what I pulled out. I pulled out long tube beads. So I was going to do like a few garnets in between each tube bead and then come down to this. So I think that's probably instead of the sterling chain. And there is a difference. See, the garnets are, you could especially see it on camera. They're a little oranger, which is normal for garnets. But like looking in the light here, you can't see that difference as much. And I think they'll be pretty. It's a good color match anyway. So when I have projects going, I'll put them in little containers with lids like this. And if there are price tags and stuff to go on to help me with pricing, I keep all that information together. And that's how I do that. But that's that project I think I'm going to do. Look at that. I wrote on myself just during this live. We've almost hit an hour, guys. And without Kim, I know I'm not near as much fun. So I will probably go ahead and be off today. I am going to come on later this afternoon, though, and maybe do a little bit of selling. Because I need to practice with my new setup. As you can see, I'm not real efficient with it. And I need to get some lighting set up here. But it's getting better. I think you guys could see the changes that are coming. When I did the auction on Friday night, what I did was, did that turn on? I did this for the lighting. And so I could show things like this. And you could see it. That's my iPhone lighting. And so until I get my big light to put across the top, that's probably what I'll do. But we'll see. Lighting is always the bane of most sellers' existence online. I do have photography lighting, the big, when you go into a photography studio, they have those huge square lights. I do have those. I have those from when I was doing my art photography, but they're set up over on my studio, over on my soldering stuff, and I don't really want to move that because I am going to be soldering online too. I hope to get that going and do that. So I don't want to take those down because I'll need them too. So if I come back this afternoon or tomorrow morning, I'm not sure which one, I will have this done probably. I will have these done for sure because all they have to do is have the earrings put on them, which is easy. These will be done because I have all the stuff in there because I kept it all together like a smart woman. I don't know. I will maybe have this figured out by then and have that done. And I may not be selling these two though right now because on August 17th or April 17th, which is 2 weeks from yesterday, I will be on Cindy Jewelry Nurse and Row, which is Roberta's Treasures, I think is what it's called, but it's Cindy Jewelry Nurse's channel, and they share it together. I will be on their Sunday night show with Gianna and selling, and I want to sell only my jewelry. So I want to sell only things I've made. So I probably am going to have to keep these two. And then I have my spinner rings. I have lots of them. So if you're interested in a spinner, let me know because I have many. I have all sizes from 5 to 11 available currently. And then I have them in copper, and I have limited sizes in copper because people aren't as interested. The spinners are $35 plus shipping, $5 shipping, so $40. And the copper ones are $30 with shipping included. And then, like I said, hopefully I have 5 or 6 more huge pieces coming out, and then 4 or 5 more of these, and then some bracelets. I have this bracelet I made. It's brass, sterling, and copper. So I'll have all that stuff on the 17th. And it hopefully will be in all Kristin's. Well, it used to be Kristin's metal, but it'll all be a Kristin's Designs and Do-Overs jewelry for my part of the auction. So thank you guys for coming and spending today with me, even though it was just me. Remember Kim and her husband in your thoughts and prayers. And we will be back on Thursday at our normal time for our art and variety show at 9 a.m. Which 9 a.m. Mountain, which is 11 a.m. Eastern. And this week we are on my channel, Designs and Do-Overs, and I will have that up, and you will be able to hit the reminder on that later this afternoon. And if not, I will look forward to seeing you around the tube. Thanks again for coming in, guys. You were wonderful. And if you saw anything that you're interested in or need help with anything that, any crafting that you're doing or anything, let me or Kim know, because she's the queen of polymer clay. Let us know, and we'll do our best to help you. See you next week or at one of our other auctions. Bye.